into it and hold on to your fucking... Right, controversial opinion alert, and I know I'm sorry that this is going to piss quite a few people off.
Oh, machine gun.
It's very sad, and it's not...
Have to call the police. How could that be? We've been worried sick about my dad, and he'd sold off the family house behind our backs. Mom, can't you do anything? I asked. No, sweetie, she replied in shock. The house is in your dad's name. 10 days later, they kicked us to the curb. We immediately looked to the local homeless shelters for help. We went to the biggest shelter in the city, but they had no beds available. We're desperate, Mom told the manager. I'm begging you, please help us. The shelter can only hold so many people. Ask again next month, she said dismissively. A man who had been listening to our conversation walked up to us. Hi, the name's Richard. I run the soup kitchen inside the shelter. We could always use more volunteers. If you want to work with us, you can stay in the soup kitchen dorm. We gladly accepted. My mom was on cooking duty, and I got to work peeling potatoes and onions all day. It was exhausting work, but at least we had food and a place to stay. The dorm was right behind the kitchen. Bunk beds for the other volunteers were set up on each wall. A sickly man was confined to a single bed in the corner. He never spoke, but I could occasionally hear him cry some nights. Richard would check on him, but the man seemed to get angry whenever he saw Richard. One day, Richard took me aside. Hugo, you're a hard worker. You do a lot of work for us at the soup kitchen, but you've got to get back in school. I'm relieving you from your daily duty. I couldn't believe it. I missed seeing my friends, but the school was on the other side of town. Plus, I needed money for the subway. I thanked Richard for covering for me and went to the station to panhandle for fare. I woke up early the following day to make sure I could scrape together the sub money in time. When I got enough, I bought myself a ticket and went to school. I kept begging at the station every weekday. One morning, a lady said to me, Hugo, hi. I'm your father's old assistant, Mrs. Clemens. Do you remember me? Of course, I remembered. I have to call the police.
Piss off.
The UK government is
I'm not saying that to you guys, by the way. I'm just